Welcome to the stream. This time, as I mentioned previously, I'm just going forward in the same order as when I created them, basically, through the characters. So we are now on part 2 of the Romulan Republic character. And when I left off, we were just about to head to the Kittimer system for a now infamous meeting in the Republic's history. Though for this character, of course, none of that has happened yet. Only a short run, so actually, I think that I wouldn't be able to, still don't have transwarp on this character, so it wouldn't make much difference anyway, even if I did want to. The reason I was signed in already, by the way, when I started the stream, I was hoping to kind of save everyone a little bit of boredom by going in and taking care of all this, only to find that there really was nothing there to take care of. It was, I guess I must have done it on this character last time I was streaming or something, or that's about it, basically. One kit to put into place. Other than that, not really much here to do, other than to wait until we get to our destination and attend the conference. This, of course, is the conference with the Federation and Klingon Empire representatives to decide if they are going to officially recognize the Romulan Republic as a separate government from the Romulan Star Empire.
Kittimer. This place has some bad blood. Back in 2346, the Romulan military launched a massive attack that slaughtered all the Klingon colonists here and took the planet. The Klingons took it back in the chaos after Shinzon's rebellion. This is the first time since then that they've allowed Romulans to be here. We should be careful. The Klingons aren't going to be in a great mood. Just having us here will be a reminder of what's happened. Datan is waiting for us with the rest of the Romulan diplomats in the Hall of Conquest.
All right, let's go meet Datan.
Wonder what it takes to be put in the Gallery of Honor.
That's a good question, Tovin. I have no idea.
Chamber of Conquest. Let's hope one day the Klingons turn their attention to the Tal Shiar.
It's good to see a friendly face. The air here is a bit tense right now. I need to stay here and prepare for Empress Seela's arrival, which I'm sure will not be pleasant. Could you speak with the Klingon and Federation delegations? See what they're thinking. Get a feel for how the negotiations will go, and most importantly, try to convince them of our sincerity.
That sounds like a good plan. What can I do to help? Which is a weird question, given he just told me.
We're still working on an agreement, but an initial proposal is on the table. The Federation and Klingons will help us establish New Romulus, as long as they can set up embassies on the planet. They wish to use this as a chance to acquire Romulan technology and Romulan allies. We need assistance to create a new world. It's a give and take, one that will hopefully work. You can start by speaking with some of the delegates from the Klingon Empire and the Federation. Just because an initial proposal has been presented does not mean the conference is over. Far from it. Any information you can get me about what they're thinking will help when it comes time to present our case.
I'll see what I can do. So, one of the first things I need to do is observe Satas.
The Hall of Heroes. They're probably Klingon heroes who killed Romulans.
Probably.
I understand their stance, but still, there are issues. The would-be Romulan Republic is weak and fractured. How could an alliance benefit us?
Well, let's find out.
Ah, one of Datan's followers. Greetings. I am Ambassador Satas, representative for the Klingon Empire. I am curious, what exactly does your group have to offer the Klingons in an allegiance? Datan is no warrior, and Klingon politics have little in common with Romulan machinations.
I would like to know if there is any information on the Iconians you would be willing to share with us.
The rumors are true. The Iconians have returned. Our ships have sighted their vessels in Delta Volanus. And we have heard rumors they have servant races. The Heralds, who serve as their personal bodyguards, a race that lives in subspace, and even one you have already seen. Be wary. The war you fight now may be for more than mere survival.
We are survivors, Ambassador. We fight the Tal Shiar day and night.
You do have a point. The fact that you've survived this long against the Tal Shiar says something about your people. However, it does not say whether or not you are in the right in this civil war of yours, or if this is just an elaborate Romulan plot. We shall see just how trustworthy you are in the days to come.
You will see the truth of our words soon enough. And Walden.
Diplomacy makes for thirsty work. The Federation ambassador can't hold his teeth together for more than a minute. The Vulcan just stares daggers at everyone. Half my delegation are a breath away from ripping into the Starfleeters like rampaging togs, and we're all stuck in here with you backstabbing greenbloods. Oh, did I offend you? Well, get used to it. We don't have a reason to trust you yet, and I don't know if we ever will.
Maybe I could help you with a thirst. I don't know if anyone watching saw what he said, but it came up over his head. Sometimes he's amazed they like blood wine. At least I think that's what he said. Those speech bubbles never seem to stay up long enough to be certain.
Ah, blood wine. At least you have some manners. Nice to know that you all aren't as ill-bred as the stories say.
Now, every time I play a Romulan Republic character on my own account, I always choose that first option. It never occurs to me to try the second option, and he always insults me for not responding to his insult. Watch your words, Klingon. No one talks to me like that.
Ah, there's some strength in you. I like that. Perhaps you would be a valuable ally. But just because you know when to bring a Klingon a drink does not mean we are friends. I'm keeping an eye on you and your kind.
Very well.
The Klingons don't seem too thrilled with the idea of being allies. Maybe we'll have better luck with the Federation.
Let's see what we can do.
One of our new potential allies. I am Jiro Sugihara, a representative of the Federation Diplomatic Corps. Let's talk, shall we? Yes, I'd love a chat. Now, please don't take the cool reactions of some of my colleagues as an indication of how the whole of the Federation feels. There is a history between our two governments. But I believe with some work, we can all come to a peaceful agreement. Don't you agree?
I was hoping we...
Of course you do. Of course. Why else would you and other fine and forward-thinking Romulans, such as Datan, be present here at this conference? I like to think of all of us, Federation, Klingon, and Romulans alike, as engineers. We're building bridges to a newer and brighter future. We're architects, designing load-bearing structures upon which we might build vital cooperative efforts. But before we get to the window dressing, of course, you know where we must begin.
Yes, we could start.
Why, with the foundations. You knew that, of course. There's nothing we cannot achieve if we're able to continue to sit down and discuss our differences, and bit by bit, measure by measure, work through them and learn from one another. We must start fresh. So as one potential friend to another, I ask this entirely as a personal question. How do you feel about reunification? I know there are a lot of people in the Federation still opposed to it, but I am certain that if we simply sit down together and discuss the issue rationally, we can...
At this point, I ask what the Federation knows.
Archaeology has never been my focus, but let's see. I believe the Enterprise D helped discover the location of Iconia back in the mid-23rd century. Until then, we didn't even know if the Iconians were real. They could have just been an ancient myth. Their history is quite dramatic, isn't it? Phenomenal power brought low by a mighty coalition of other species, joining together to defeat a common foe. The destruction of the Iconians may very well have been the first war of this type. And well, look at us now, uniting with former enemies to defeat the Tal Shiar. This is a very interesting time in our history.
Thank you, Ambassador. Now, if you'll excuse me. They did write his character as a bit long-winded.
I know your kind too well to ever trust what you say. I will not be taken in by your attempts to be disarming.
If you don't trust us, then why are you here?
I am here as a representative of Starfleet and an expert on Romulan affairs, and to ensure my companion does not surrender all of the Federation in an effort to build foundations. I have spent more than 3 decades defending the Federation from Romulan plots. I have seen all of the tricks, the deceptions, all of the treachery that is born of hubris. Romulans believe they are superior to all other species. That is incorrect. It will take a great deal of effort to deceive me. I suggest you do not try.
This isn't a trap, Admiral. You will see. Greetings, cousin. Do not be surprised. I see our allegiance as a welcome reunion. It is a step toward reunification, one that both of our peoples could benefit from.
Jolan True, what do you have to report?
And it just says brief to Tan, no line for me to read out, sadly.
There's doubt everywhere. We will have to be careful not to...
This conference is a farce.
Sela!
You're not trying to found a settlement. You're rebelling against your sovereign. You're stirring up dissent with your wild stories of mysterious aliens and colony attacks.
Wild stories?
Until now, I gave your little movement some leeway because I thought I could convince you to see the error of your ways. This ridiculous conference shows me I've been far too forgiving.
You! How could you?
Tovin! That's enough! You two, please leave this to Tamer and me.
Unbelievable. How can that woman stand there and deny everything? If you ask me, the only thing worse than the Tal Shiar is the politician who lies for them. There should be no allegiance with such... Hold on. I'm getting a message from the ship. They're picking up odd ships on sensors. Ships that match the one we scanned back when the colony was destroyed. Good. Now they'll have to deal with us, the Klingons, and the Federation.
The Klingon command base has ordered us to remain in orbit and leave the defense of Khitomer to them. However, I'm certain that the singularity signature I'm detecting is the same ship that was in orbit of Viranot during the attack. This could be the person responsible for the destruction of the colony. Do we investigate despite the Klingons' objections?
I'm picking up multiple anomalies in the area, but the Klingons are still ignoring them. We should investigate them, and be prepared for whatever happens. Keep an eye out for Klingon ships. If any hostiles appear, they'll show up too. If we're lucky, they'll target the enemy and not us. The Alachi were hiding the Tal Shiar ship.
Warning, ship is under attack.
This is a matter for the Klingon Empire!
I am Shawn, son of Lursa, captain of the IKS Kang. You have proven yourself in battle against one of these ships. I will ensure that you will survive to prove yourself again. I was the first to uncover the alien Undine within the Klingon Empire. Now, I shall be the first to combat this new alien threat. To battle!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Talshia dogs! This is Klingon space!
Why am I not surprised that you were the one who discovered us? I'm quite happy you did, though. Now I have a chance to rectify the mistakes of Gasco Station. Captain Gerard, you have no place in this fight between us. This is a Romulan affair.
Colonel Hakiv, you came into sovereign Klingon territory with hostile intent. You brought these aliens into our space. Now, you have the unmitigated goal to try to give orders to a Klingon warrior? This is not a Romulan affair anymore, Colonel. You have insulted me, and you will pay the price!
I don't care if you have 100 Klingon ships. You will not stop me.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
It's been a pleasure, Commander. But my work here is complete. I will deal with you another time.
You fought well. My people will learn of Colonel Hakiv's attack on my vessel. That I can promise you. I will also tell them of your abilities in battle. However, Hakiv did not die, so I cannot rule out the possibility that this was all a Romulan trick. My ship will continue to patrol the area. You should return to the conference.
Hakiv beamed something down to the surface before he warped. I think... yes, we're getting confirmation. He beamed explosives down to Kittimer. We've got to get down there and disarm them before anyone finds out. Even a hint of a problem like this, and the conference will be shut down. We'll lose our best chance for colonization.
What is your status? I'm in the Hall of Heroes now, and things are underway. Did you handle the situation with the Ilachi? This is not good. It will be too easy for any disturbance to be blamed on us, and Hakiv knows it. I'll start searching the Hall of Heroes. Contact me once you've found all of the explosives on your end. I'll do my best to discreetly look for anything amiss over here. Make sure the Klingons do not find the bombs first. If they do, there's a good chance we'll be seeing one another soon. In a jail cell.
The Tal Shiar had spies here the entire time.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Did you get the explosives? Good. That's a relief. I found a bomb near one of the statues in the back of the hall. I should be able to confirm that these devices were made by the Tal Shiar once the conference is over. It will be more proof that they cannot be trusted. Why don't you come inside the conference? The Klingons are about to speak. It should be interesting to hear what they have to say.
In conclusion, think about how many times we've been fooled by Romulans. Sela already sent the Tal Shiar to attack us here. Who is to say Titan is not part of her plan? We must not allow this alliance to happen.
Hakiv!
Treacherous Greenblood!
Stay back!
What do you think you're doing? What? What are you?
Remember this.
He gave his life for me, for a Klingon.
Tamer's death will not be in vain. Now we have the opportunity to secure our future. The Federation looks favorably upon our endeavors, but it will take time for them to commit. Now Tamer has shown the Klingons that there is honor and nobility among us. We may not have gotten what we wanted today, but I foresee a day where we will build a home and a life on New Romulus. The next step must be yours. Both Starfleet and the Klingon Defense Force have agreed to take Romulans into their forces. I'd like you to be the first. You will be our eyes, ears, and hands in their fleets. More importantly, you will be our voice. Where you serve is your choice. But wherever you go, always remember that you are Romulan. If you haven't done so already, speak with the representatives of the Federation and the Klingon Empire. Then take some time to think it over. When you are ready, speak with Subcommander Nadell back on the flotilla.
Tamer died with honor. When my time comes, I hope I can do the same. His sacrifice showed me that we have a common enemy. The blood in your veins may be green, but you fight for your people with the courage of a Klingon. I would be proud to give my aid to you and Datan. We will hunt the Tal Shiar like the dogs they are.
Tamer's sacrifice will be remembered. I promise you that. Personally, I have never liked the Tal Shiar, but we of the Diplomatic Corps are always committed to trying to find peaceful solutions first. But we can help you in your fight to bring justice to the Tal Shiar if you accept our assistance. We know you have much to do to build a new homeworld and free your people. The Federation wants to be your ally in everything.
Tamer gave his life so that we would be understood by the others. I know I won't forget this. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to take down the Tal Shiar, so I'm with you on this, no matter what. The ship is awaiting our return whenever you're ready. We need to report to Subcommander Nadell and let her know everything that's happened.
Welcome back. I'm Subcommander Nadell. Tamer's final actions impressed both the Klingons and the Federation. The time has come for you to decide who you will be allied with. Starfleet and the Klingons both have sent diplomats to stay here at the flotilla. Talk to them if you have any questions. Then speak to me when you are ready to make your choice.
Tamara's sacrifice showed bravery and honor. We honor his act, and we will not forget it. The Prime Directive may tie our hands sometimes, but we recognize when reaching out will help the galaxy. We are ready to recognize the Romulan Republic as a legitimate government, free of the Romulan Star Empire. We can help your people. If you'll accept us as your allies, we'll gladly aid you in your fight against the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We know you have much to do to rebuild a new homeworld on New Romulus. Tell us what you need. We're ready to help you with construction and the relocation of any willing Romulans to their new home.
Tamara's sacrifice showed the High Council that we have a common enemy, and there is such a thing as an honorable Romulan. We honor his memory. Join us. The blood in your veins may be green, but you fight for your people with the courage of a Klingon. The Klingon Defense Force will be proud to give our aid to the Romulan Republic. Together, we will hunt the Tal Shiar like the honorless dogs they are.
Time is short. What do you need of me? This final choice must be yours, but I know you will honor Tamara and serve our people well, no matter where you decide to go. So what is it to be then? The Klingons or the Federation? Time is short. What do you need of me? Tamara was a great man. He touched so many lives among the survivors, and I know he thought very highly of you. I can think of no better way to honor his commitment and sacrifice than by continuing to serve the Romulan people. On to business. The flotilla will be working on beginning settlement of Dewa 3, or what we're calling New Romulus. Good luck out there. Time is...
Congratulations, Centurion.
Time is short. What do you need of me? Greetings. I am taking over as your liaison with the Romulan Republic since Tamara is no longer with us. You have proven yourself and earned the respect of your fellow Romulans. A contact from our new allies would like to speak with you. Return to the flotilla. Time is short. What do you need of me? I'm glad that you're settled into your new ship, as we can't waste any time. We've received word that the miners on Beta Thoradar have spotted Nausicaan pirates near their system. The pirates haven't bothered to attack the mining installation, but it's only a matter of time, and they're likely to go after freighter traffic in the area. Beta Thoradar is an unremarkable system, but there's a small Republic colony there that mines heavy metals necessary for ship construction. I need you to take your new ship to the Beta Thoradar system and patrol the area. Just let everyone know that the Republic is watching.
arrived at the perfect time. Our satellites have picked up several Nausicaan ships in and near the system. They seem to be pirates, bent on harassing freighters. I am concerned about the possibility of the pirates deciding to beam down and ransack our home. The planets in this system are not particularly habitable, so we're limited to several small underground facilities. It wouldn't be hard for them to send a contingent of troops and take control of our mining operation. Obviously, if this keeps up, we won't have any trade, which will force us to close down this operation and evacuate.
I did not realize until just now my mic has been muted for quite some time. How long has it been since the last time my viewers actually heard a single word I said? Oh dear. Alright, let's try that again. A show of the Republic's resolve may be enough to dissuade the pirates. We'll take care of this. Incidentally, if anyone's wondering, the reason I went into the new Romulus space is because I was hoping it would let me go straight to command, but it wouldn't, so yeah. In the meantime, we'll take care of this. Seriously though, how long was I muted? I can't remember.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Is that one? I should probably be taking advantage of the damage bonus I get if I attack right after leaving. Cloak.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Oh.
To any ship in range, this is the freighter's island. We've taken heavy damage from Nausicaan pirates. We need immediate assistance. Repeat, we need immediate assistance.
Yeah.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Thank you. We're not gonna wait around for more pirates to show up.
Thank you once more for your policing efforts. It'll be a while before we see trouble here again. Speaking of trouble, I thought you might wish to know that freighter, the Xylan, came by to trade for supplies. They claimed to be carrying mostly perishable delectables and trinkets, but their holds had no refrigeration system and registered a great many compact power signatures.
You think they were smuggling weapons?
The freighter manifest indicated that they had recently come from the Chaltok system. There's a small Uridian colony there. You might be able to find answers if you find out who's supplying them.
Thank you for the information. I'll bring it up with the Republic Command. We should definitely report this to Sub-Commander Nadell. Yes, we should.
Odd. None of the colonies in contact with the Republic should be involved in weapons dealing. I will make a few inquiries. You may want to take your new ship over to the Chaltalk system, in case we need additional investigating done.
Time is short. Congratulations,
What do you need of me?
Centurion.
You have a new power that can be set up
Greetings.
to automatically
I have a new
be
mission
used.
for you on behalf
Press
of the
the
Republic.
left trigger to show your powers. Use the left
I'll
stick
wait till
to
that
navigate
stops.
this radio menu. Navigate to brace for impact. Press RB to toggle between different auto-execute settings and change when this power will be automatically used. This power will be used even if it is not set up for quick equip.
Greetings.
Alrighty.
I have a new mission for you on behalf of the Republic. We have traced the Uridian freighter you rescued back to the Chaltalk system. Years ago, the Chaltalk system held a Romulan research facility studying polaric energy. It was nearly destroyed in a polaric energy explosion. Since then, a colony of Uridians has settled on the planet. Recently, it has become a hotbed of strife. This isn't the first incident we've had with the colony, and we suspect weapons smuggling is occurring. We have heard rumors of one weapons dealer in particular on Chaltalk, a Riemann. We'd like to make sure that none of the weapons there are going to be turned against New Romulus. We need you to travel to the Chaltalk system and investigate these allegations. Time is short. What do you need of me?
Not much at the moment. You've already given me my instructions. Both your effectiveness and your ability to resist the same. And this is what I'm mostly interested in. I don't use drain abilities, but the ability to resist them is definitely useful.
Your active traits are listed on the left. Detailed information about each
Hey,
trait
listen
is
to all
available on
this.
the right. You can change active traits by selecting the trait slot you wish to modify. Traits are passive bonuses. New traits are earned.
Anyway. Oh, I should probably sell all these. $31. Yes, shield regeneration is far more important. Same issue as the other one. Let's get these out of my way. Same with these. Two. Oh. Need to get rid of those as well. And here we are. One thing I like to do is take care of stuff like that while my ship is en route to wherever. If it's too close to bother with, excuse me. If it's too close to bother with transwarp. Centurion, we have a visual on the enemy ships, but they do not see us. We can try to open a hailing frequency with them, or we can launch a preemptive strike. You should know, however, that any attempt at diplomacy will give them time to alert any other patrols in the area to our presence. Your orders? Hail them. No response yet. They might be waiting to strike, or they may respond when we get closer.
Finally, some proper sport. These scavengers have hardly been worth our time. But a ship like yours, that is a fine prize. Power up your weapons and engines. Make this a proper hunt. You can run or stand with your Klingon allies. Whatever you choose, you die.
I'm here about the colony. We know you're getting weapons from them.
Why would we need the worthless weapons of our cowardly prey? Your Klingon masters have sent you on a fool's errand.
I think you'll find the RRW Cerola is more than a match for you.
Now you are starting to sound like a Klingon. Good. Let the hunt begin.
Red alert.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have...
Aw, they really were just talk.
Four shields failing. Rear shields failing. Warning. Ship is under... Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
You know, the Frozen are very effective fighters on the ground, but their ships are kind of pathetic.
Shields failing.
Well, Centurion, we're able to get a better read on the colony now that you're on the ground. The colony seems to be primarily made up of Uridians. We're still not detecting any weapons, but our sensors are still being jammed by something on the ground. Our best option will be to ask the colonists for information. Understood. Not sure why it seems like she was talking to me from the ship when she's right there, but oh well. Just past the gates, a Riemann is the guy in charge, apparently. Welcome to my colony, Centurion.
Another refugee of Romulus. Welcome. I am the leader of this small band. You may call me Lortrix. I assume you were behind destroying those Erogen ships around the planet. We're all very thankful for that. The Erogen have been bothering us for quite some time. I would hate to think what would have happened if you didn't arrive when you did.
What do you do here on this colony?
We mainly supply merchant ships with various minerals, and we have a small ore refining operation. It's not much, but it keeps us alive. The Erogen have been harassing us for quite some time, unfortunately. They want to use our facility to manufacture weapons. You and I both know what will come of that. And no one here wants to get involved in someone else's war. You understand, don't you?
I don't believe your story, Lortrix.
I apologize if there has been something to make you distrust us. My chief engineer is nearby. He's honest to the point of conflict. He and I have had our disagreements, but I can rely on him to always give his opinion. Why don't you speak to him? I'll walk with you.
Very well. I'll speak with the chief engineer.
Greetings. I overheard your conversation with Lortrix. I can assure you that the colony is not doing any sort of business with Erogen. We can barely keep food in our mouths, and the mine running, let alone supply massive weapons for spaceships. I'm doing my best here with limited resources, but at times, even that isn't good enough. Just the other day we had an accident that destroyed half of our mining equipment, leaving us crippled until the next merchant ship passes through. Look, to be blunt, we're the ones that need help. We're not in much shape to help anyone else.
I'll take that into consideration. Food. Or what was that about? And the last one was clothes. Tricorder scan shows that the snow pile is not firmly packed. A tactical officer would be able to figure out a way to use this to their advantage. But this is a science officer.
What do you want? I'm not bothering anyone, I swear.
You're acting awfully suspicious for someone not bothering anyone.
I'm sorry. Look, they told me to send a message when you were done scanning the cargo. I don't know anything. I don't know why they told me that. All I know is that I see people using the consoles nearby. That's it.
Don't cause any more trouble. Need to zoom in a bit more. Consoles nearby, huh?
Unlock failed.
If you disrupted the camera's circuits, then the console could be hacked. Not quite sure how that's supposed to work, but looks rickety. You can disrupt its circuitry with your tricorder. Maybe it sends feedback to the console that confuses it or something. Centurion, tricorder scans are picking up a heavy concentration of electromagnetic and gamma radiation to the southeast of our location. According to this computer, the colony buildings in that area are residential dwellings. I find that unlikely. The amount of radiation I'm detecting would be unhealthy for most species. They're hiding something. We'll check it out. Prepare yourselves. So, the only deal in ore and supplies, huh? Look at that. I don't know what that device is, but it's not any conventional missile. Huh. That's a lot of missiles for someone who doesn't deal in weapons. Iconian weapon.
This might be just what we need to access the Iconian Gateway Network. Until we are able to stop the Iconians and their heralds from appearing wherever they want, there is no place in this galaxy that will be safe from them.
Yep. I have to say, the extra content for Delta Recruits is interesting, to say the least. Shipping manifests. This colony is supplying weapons to the Hirogen. They're receiving weapons from other colonies scattered about the neutral zone and across this entire sector. And this preset targeting information. Some of these weapons could be used against Republic-friendly targets. Centurion, my tricorder just registered an odd low-band subspace signal. I think accessing this computer may have triggered something. Lortrix lied to us. Gee, really? I had no idea.
We have them trapped in the warehouse.
Excellent. Activate the transport inhibitors to stop them from beaming out.
Very well. Do you have any further orders?
Just stay out of our way while we subdue the prey.
Bit submissive, isn't he? We can't beam out. They have transport inhibitors. These erosion mines are annoying. Field controls. Consoles are locked. Looks like we'll have to destroy them. Not a problem. Colony is too dangerous to be given over to Klingon. Whatever he said.
Making damage detected.
Alrighty. That's the Hirogen and the transport inhibitors. And Lortrix. I wish there was some other way, Centurion. But only one of us can walk out of here alive. Sure about that.
You're good. Very good. But do you think this will change anything? I spit on you and the Republic. Traitors to your own people. To die like this.
Why are you doing this?
You terrorists. You care nothing for the common people. The Talshar, they protect us. Make us stronger. You either choose a side, or you die. Surrounded by the dogs of war. Supported by no one. Even in death, I stand by my choice. Leave me to die.
Nope. Centurion, a situation is developing. We are tracking multiple enemy ships on approach at high warp and estimate they will be in the system within a few minutes. For your safety, we would like to request that you return to the bridge immediately. Beam up. Centurion, the incoming fleet will be on us at any moment. Reinforcements will be here shortly, but not before we're under attack. There is a deactivated turret nearby. We could load it and use it to help us hold out until reinforcements arrive. Understood? What's this? That's fluorine gas. Here they come. Try to get a bit closer to those turrets.
The Klingon Empire always honors its commitments. To battle!
Excellent timing.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Okay, they should be within range of the turrets by now. Yeah, we got it. Oh, even better. Voila. One more.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Finally.
The glory of battle! I am lucky to be assigned to you. You know the joy of a good fight. Finish your business here. I will be patrolling for any stragglers.
Understood. Ah, I'd forgotten about this.
When you tripped our monitoring program, the Star Empire sent me to investigate. Our intel said you were part of the terrorist cell on Veranot, but your actions here suggest otherwise. I'm here to make you an offer. Renounce your terrorist allies and come with me and fight for the glory of the Romulan Star Empire. I am authorized to grant you amnesty for your past crimes if you agree to serve the Empire again. If you agree, we would like you to remain within Titan's terrorist cell for the time being. He trusts you. The intel you could gather would be very valuable. The Empire rewards its loyal children well, but it also punishes its enemies. Consider your decision carefully.
Join you? I don't even know you.
Charva. You can't trust her. I know her too well for that. We grew up together. I was her friend. But that's all over. It ended the day she joined the Tal Shiar.
Tal Shiar. That explains a lot.
Hello again, Tovan. It's been too long since we were together. Yes, it is true that I am a member of the Tal Shiar. We are the last real protectors of the Romulan people. I have been monitoring this colony since before you arrived. Lortrix was a fool. This is what happens when you're not true to your allegiance. He was selling weapons to anyone who wanted to buy, with no thought to their allegiances. Just like Veranot. In the end, it cost him everything. Your blood, your heritage, that's who you are, where you belong. Anything else is only temporary. I'm here to remind you and your captain of this truth. Now join us before it's too late.
I am not like Lortrix, but I will not side with the Tal Shiar.
You don't understand yet, but you will. The Romulan Republic is a terrorist organization. Datan and his followers are inciting Romulans and Remans to take up arms against the legitimate government of the Romulan Star Empire. Think about it. The military and the Tal Shiar are the only means of guaranteeing security for those of us who survived the destruction. The military has the ships and the manpower. The Tal Shiar has the information and the intelligence network. This new homeworld Datan wants is an illusion. Why start over in contested space near the Federation and the Klingon Empire? Why would Datan choose a system in such a turbulent and dangerous area, unless he knew he could guarantee they wouldn't risk attacking him? He certainly isn't going to do that with pretty words.
Datan is a peaceful man. The Republic has diplomatic ties with the Federation and the Klingon Empire.
Datan may have you fooled, but don't just take my word for it. See for yourself. Why do you think that Chaltok is shipping weapons? And they're not the only colony world involved in those kinds of operations. You think that this sort of business wasn't going on elsewhere? Perhaps even on Veranot, right under your nose. Datan's only showing you what he wants you to see. I can show you the things that the Republic is trying to hide. Believe me, or don't. You don't have to trust me. Just trust the evidence. When you are ready to learn more, I'll be ready to show you.
I don't trust you, and this conversation is over. Centurion, the ship has gone to warp. The chief medical officer reports that Lortrix didn't make it. He attacked the medical team because they were the enemy. He was sedated for treatment, but he was too far gone. Do you want to talk to Kev? Kev is asking me if I want to talk to Kev now about the Tal Shiar. I do.
There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed, we used to be quite close. There's a lot of history between us, but all that's really important is that we went separate ways. She thought that the Tal Shiar could ensure security for our people, and I didn't. It's just bringing up a lot of old feelings.
What do you know about Charva?
As I mentioned, we have a turbulent past. We grew up together. Once, I thought we might have a future together. Those were in the dark years after the destruction of the homeworld. We survived, but it tore us apart. I just wanted to make a new start. She was convinced that nowhere was safe. She kept talking about working with the military or the Tal Shiar. I argued that the only way we'd be safe was to be able to stand up for ourselves. There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed, we used to be...
What do you think of her
close.
claims?
I don't believe Datan is a terrorist. I think he's an idealist who's trying to come to terms with the chaos. Datan would never knowingly sanction violence, especially against innocents. He doesn't even like us fighting the Tal Shiar, although he sees the need. But Datan isn't the only person making decisions in the Republic. Maybe there are some people who see the Republic as their chance to have a little revenge. I don't know. I think Charva is wrong about Datan and the Republic, but that doesn't mean it's outside the bounds of possibility that someone has taken things too far, or has a secret program that Datan doesn't know about. If she knows something that we don't, we should try to find out what it is. There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed,
Can we trust her?
Used to be... Well, Charva's not a bad person. At least she wasn't. But she is misguided. She's turned a blind eye to the excesses of the Tal Shiar, and she probably doesn't even know about most of them. The Tal Shiar are masters of propaganda, after all. I think that anything she tells us is going to be something that the Tal Shiar wants us to hear. We should gather our own evidence and draw our own conclusions. There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed, we used to
That's
be
all I need to
quite
know.
close.
Not yet. Oh, it faded while I was talking to him. Oh well. Depart the system. I probably should have left that conversation until after I collected whatever was there.
Your findings are distressing. I'll pass this along to Republic Command. As for Charba, I think the best course of action right now is to wait for her next move. If she's really desperate to make her case, she'll contact you again. If she does, keep me informed. Nadell out.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Engine and weapons, and that's, you know, I'll just keep what I have there for now. Oh, this one's faster. Nope. Yep. I should really be going with him first, actually. Tactical officer. Less energy, but it also adds physical damage resistance and allows him to do more physical damage if he's going with melee. Definitely no. And these, of course, you can literally buy for free. At least for as long as they're available. And even then, they're useless unless you have master keys, which, well, cost Zen points, which cost real money. Let's see. Some energy credits and things. Oh, I haven't collected here in a while. There we are. These won't be until after there's a lot more of that done. Alrighty. I think instead of fleet marks, I'm going to go with Iconian marks. Figure if I just pick one, and the whole point of Delta Recruit is to gain information about Iconians to battle them better. If I pick one, then I'm able to actually get some decent equipment out of it. Alrighty. I believe that part is all done now. So, back to the game. Memory Lane.
I know you weren't involved personally, but Datan was using your colony, among others, as part of his terrorist network. I have seen Tal Shiar documents saying that Veronat was a prime site for weapons development. If so, that is probably why it was attacked. You're still grieving over the loss of your home, the deaths of your friends. I know what that's like. Now you need to go back there and find the proof, so you'll know the true nature of the man you're working for.
Sure. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to travel that far. That works better. Memory lane.
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting. All this debris has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died.
Let's try that again, shall we?
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting.
I'll just let him
All this
finish
debris
talking.
has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died. I've marked the most complete wrecks with nav beacons. They're mostly transports and freighters, which will be our best bet to find any weapons caches being stored or moved in the system. If this story Charva's telling isn't a complete Tal Shiar fabrication, that is. Let's prove her wrong.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
We didn't find anything unusual on these ships, and I knew we wouldn't. I want to believe her, but she's not the person I knew. She's Tal Shiar. Still, I am picking up some strange energy readings from the surface of the planet. Perhaps we should continue our search there.
You're one of them, aren't you? We've been looking all over this place for evidence of your terrorist plots, and here you are, showing up to dispose of the evidence we're here to find. I'm placing you under arrest. I don't want to resort to violence, but if you resist, I'll be forced to take action.
They'll pay for what they have done to our colony. I remember that painting. We should take it with us, as a reminder of home. This was such a peaceful place once. And so beautiful. DeVex's old helmet. Reminds me of better times.
So, you're the terrorist. I allied with the Federation because they promised me the opportunity to find people like you. People willing to hurt innocent civilians and give you the justice you deserve. You're no better than the Tal Shar. I will restore our people's nobility, no matter what it takes. Of course you are. My teams didn't find the weapons that were here, but this colony has been empty for weeks. You had ample time to hide them, or move them to another location off-world. But there's no evidence that they weren't here. And in the absence of evidence, I go with my instincts. They tell me that people like you hid weapons here, and those weapons got people killed. Innocents, civilians, people who should have been living in peace. This ends now. You won't get a chance to hurt anyone else. Enough! Enough! I yield! Do with me what you will. What? Surprising words coming from a terrorist. That makes a surprising amount of sense. A contact that I thought I could trust told me there was evidence of terrorism and weapons manufacturing here. I'm guessing you were told the same thing. Neither of us found anything, except one another. We were sent here to die. I agree. Whoever set up this little charade is probably lying in wait to eliminate the survivor of our battle. Won't they be surprised when we join forces? I'll return to my ship immediately. Join me in orbit, and we can finish this.
Enemy ship on sensors.
How disappointing to see you alive. I am Commander Talum of the IRW Ishay, and you seem to have a talent for sniffing out Tal Shiar. I thought sending another Romulan Republic terrorist to take you out would take care of two problems at once. I was mistaken. Perhaps this is for the best. Now I can take both your bodies back to Colonel Hakiv. I'm sure he will reward me for finally eliminating you.
I'm still muted again, or I was still muted again. I've got to stop muting. Wow. Okay. Let's try this again. It's kind of weird. It's random based on my playthroughs whether there's a male or a female on the screen at this point. But if they're going to do that, they really need to have two voice recordings.
I don't enjoy being played for a fool. I'm here to back you up. Let's show this Tal Shar scum what real Romulans are made of.
We appreciate the assistance.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Wave 1 of 3, huh? I think I'll hold on to my, what's it called again? Plasma shockwave until the second wave. Oh, this is bad. 3 of 3. Done.
I am impressed by your quick thinking. You would have made an excellent Starfleet officer. I wish you had chosen to work with the Federation instead of the Klingon Empire. Regardless, I am glad we can both serve the greater good of the Romulan Republic.
Thank you. I'm detecting another ship. It's the IRW Aethra, sir. Sharva's vessel.
I picked up a transmission from an attack group in this direction. It sounded like you must have uncovered something significant enough to warrant an armed response. What did you find?
No weapons, no proof. Nothing but old memories and lies.
That can't be.
I assure you that it is. In fact, we were ambushed.
Are you suggesting I had something to do with it? Why would I? I have nothing to gain. I want you to join us. All of our intelligence reports said there would be weapons, or at least residual traces of weapon stores here. I swear it. Someone must have gotten to it before you and moved it. Covered it up somehow. Did you tell anyone you were coming here?
No, nobody.
I know my information didn't turn out like we expected this time, but is Tovan still looking for his sister? I might be able to locate Rinna. If the Tal Shiar has any information on her whereabouts, I'll pass it on to you. That should show you I can be trusted. I just need to make my report before anyone gets suspicious. After that, I'll be in touch.
Very well. Ready to depart on your orders, sir. Depart system. Let's see what Subcommander Adele has to say about this.
Excellent work. I'm not surprised that you did not find any weapons on Virinot. While the Romulan Republic has contacts with most of the colony worlds, we're not using them to fight a war. We're encouraging them to see the truth and join our cause. Nonetheless, you must continue to humor Charva to have any chance of winning her to our side. I doubt this will be the last you hear from her. Keep me apprised of developments.
Time is short. Congratulations, Centurion.
Greetings. Given what you've discovered at Chaltok and Virinot, we need to widen our investigation. Republic ships have gone missing, and we can't afford these sort of losses. We need you to look into this problem. Head to the Beta Quadrant. One of our ships went missing near the Mempa system, and we want you to find out what happened.
Charva gave us some new leads regarding Tovan's sister, Rinna.
While I appreciate the personal nature of your attempt to find Rinna Kev, you need to focus on the big picture. Our fledgling republic needs to establish its legitimacy as a political body, fend off attacks and intrigue by the Tal Shiar and other external threats, and stabilize its claims on New Romulus. Right now, we need you to pursue this investigation. Our fleet is not particularly large, and we cannot afford to have any ships go missing. We need you to find out what's happening to them. Don't worry, this isn't the old empire where one person's welfare is put by the wayside for the good of the state. We'll keep looking for information about Rinna, The best thing you can do is help the Republic to survive, so we can devote more resources to missions of a more personal nature. Time is short. What do you need of me?
Interesting. I wonder what's happened to those vessels. .3 Cannon weapon damage. I have 1 beam and 2 cannons, so yeah, let's switch to that. .51 and 60. I don't think any of them have weapons below 60, do they? Oh, she does. I think I forgot to clean out my inventory last time. Oh, it's actually a bit of a step up. One more upgraded. Oh wait, 3 hypos? There we go. And bigger picture.
We've arrived at the source of the distress signal. Scanning the area now.
Any ships in the area? Cardassian vessel is dead ahead, sir. It is surrounded by a field of subspace distortion, and I'm reading a spike in the ship's Tetrion emissions. Any life signs? Scans at this range are inconclusive. The radiation is interfering with our sensors. Hypothesis on the cause of the distortion?
The ship is badly damaged, but there's no clear relationship between the distortion and the ship. I ran a comparison to the anomalies we scanned previously in the Kittimer system. While they appear similar at first look, the spike in Tetrions is different from what we've seen before.
We need a closer scan.
Sir, there's no sign of a Republic vessel in the area. Whatever happened here is unfortunate, but I recommend we continue our search elsewhere. It may look suspicious if we linger.
We'll be cautious. Approach the ship. There it is.
Hold up on the D-pad to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Even though it literally just said full impulse went offline. Sure. Oh look, it didn't work. Sometimes it gives the weirdest advice. Ship appears to have sustained damage, but not enough to disable primary functions or life support. There is one hull breach, but an emergency force field is in place. The ship appears to be deserted, but even at this range I can't be certain. There is significant interference from the localized radiation. Can we access their computer remotely?
Cardassians use a recursive encryption algorithm to protect their data from unauthorized access. We'd have to be on their bridge to tap into their systems.
Then that's what we'll do.
We have no idea what happened to this ship. We could be putting ourselves at risk for the sake of curiosity. I recommend we leave and continue our search elsewhere.
Republic ships may have suffered the same fate. We need to investigate.
It's your call, but if you're going over to that ship, then I'm coming with you.
Understood. Transport us to the bridge.
Interesting. No visible damage. Why would they abandon the ship? The bridge appears operational, but where's the crew?
We need to know what happened here. Scan for life signs and check the security logs.
No other life signs detected. We're alone.
Check the recent log activity. They didn't vanish without a trace.
Here's something odd. There are no corpses on this ship.
According to the logs, they were attacked.
The ship description fits what we've seen of the Alachi. Several security logs were accessed recently. I think you're going to want to see this. This security recording is from 3 days ago.
That looked like a subspace
Whatever it
rift.
is, it explains why there aren't any corpses.
Are there any more recordings?
One more. Pulling it up now.
Were they able to identify their attackers?
Wait. That noise. Several ships are on approach and requesting status. Sir, they're Cardassian.
RW Sirota. Transport us back to the bridge immediately. Sirota? Sirola. Whatever. Alrighty. The Cardassians scanned the derelict ship. They want to talk to you, sir. Put them on the view screen.
Collateral damage is acceptable.
Wow. That's not even part of that, is it? RRW Sirola, lower your shields and surrender immediately. We carry an order of reprisal signed by Empress Sela, authorizing us to seize and detain Republic vessels. Considering your situation, I suggest you view this offer as a generous opportunity to save your crew. I will not surrender.
That is unfortunate. Your ship would be worth far more undamaged. This is your last chance. Feel free to use the escape pods if necessary.
Cardassian fool. No wonder the Dominion abandoned you.
2 more waves are approaching the system. Recommend a defensive posture with power to shields.
Press right on the D-pad to set your ship's power levels to have a focus on attack, defense, auxiliary, or speed.
Yep, I just did. Okay, so if that could get out of my way.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
One thing I've noticed on this, way too many of the NPC vessels are dependent on cannons, which have, as I've mentioned so many times before, a pathetically small targeting arc. But of course, when it's the enemy that has such weapons, you can take advantage of that. Cloaking device is ready, sir. We'll be able to catch the next group by surprise, like we just did, you mean? Like... a Decky class.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Your ship will be a trophy for the true way.
Will it now?
Use science officer abilities such as hazard emitters to heal your ship's hull during combat.
Oh, there it is. The only downside is that where it's pretty much transparent, it's sometimes difficult to tell what direction you're facing. Oops. Looks like they can see through cloaks. Or at least tell that we're in the general vicinity. Alright, enough of that then. How did you know where I was exactly?
The true way will avenge us!
Yeah. Sure they will. try. I was monitoring messages during the battle and was able to isolate a long-range transmission. The Cardassian battleship sent a message to a location in the Eta Eridani sector block. I've been unable to pinpoint the exact destination, but I'll continue to monitor the frequency and listen for further transmissions. Excellent thinking. Let me know if you hear anything.
The Cardassians were unaware of what had happened to their missing vessel. It appears the Alachi attacked them while they were hunting for our ships. Bad luck. We should destroy the derelict. Let the True Way think that the Republic defeated all of their patrols.
Agreed. Scuttle the ship.
Warning, ship is under attack. Based on what you've learned, it seems that your next lead is in the Beta Quadrant. Head to the Donatu system and see if you can learn more about where our ships are going and who's taking them.
According to new intel, Sela has started paying privateers to capture or destroy Romulan Republic ships. That would explain why these Cardassians are operating outside their normal territory. I suggest we track these True Way ships back to their base. If we're lucky, they'll lead us right to the missing Republic ships.
Follow the True Way out of the system. And... oh, that's quite a long journey. I'm not going to make my viewers wait that long. Or rather, my viewer. Only seems to be with one at the moment. Continue, bigger picture. Oh, red alert starts on the 2nd. Well, well, well. I may have some more content to share with you all very shortly. In addition to the Delta Recruit options. Borg, Thoy, Nakul, Alachi, Anzen, Kessie. I know there's an event going on as we speak, the First Contact event, but none of my characters really have weapons that I really want to bring into those battles just yet. That said, let's have a look at this. Also, it's way too late to get the reward anyway, so yeah. Sir, a magnetic field is surrounding a large concentration of asteroids dead ahead. I've run a sweep for Republic transponders, but either the Cardassians removed it, or there's too much interference for sensors to get a lock. There's also a Cardassian satellite dead ahead that may be impeding our scans. Satra, what do we know of this system? Donatu 2 is a Class J planetoid locked in orbit along with several hundred large asteroids. Because the planetoid has an iron core and is relatively close to the star, there's a significant magnetosphere trapping stellar wind plasma. The resulting magnetic flux and numerous asteroids will prevent us from getting safely using full impulse once we enter the field. Tovan Kev, give me a tactical analysis. Cardassians are most likely using the magnetic fluctuations in this area to hide their privateer operations. Our sensors were able to pick out a nearby satellite and a station located in the asteroid belt. I've marked the location of them both on our tactical map. And approach the
Recommend we
satellite.
stay cloaked as we approach the station, sir.
Good idea. That's as much as I can zoom in for the minimap? Really? Ugh. 2.5 hours already. Scan satellite. In addition to the magnetic interference, the Cardassians have mined the asteroid field ahead with defensive turrets. This satellite appears to be a targeting array and fire controller for those turrets. We may be able to access the satellite's programming, but there's a chance that if we do so, we'll alert the Cardassians. Access the satellite. Oh, perfect. I've successfully accessed the control layer within the satellite's operational subroutines. This satellite is sending commands to several nearby defensive turrets. We may be able to insert a malicious command that might disable or neutralize many of the turrets. What is your command? Disable turret power. The new programming routine has been successfully uploaded, sir. Not all of the turrets in the area were susceptible, but we've softened the defenses between our ship and the Cardassian station. Begin the assault.
If we avoid the magnetic flux energy, we should be able to remain cloaked as we approach the station.
I wonder if I can just get above it. Impulse engines are now offline. Uh-huh. Oh well. I'm high up enough that the turrets can't target me. The ones that are still active anyway. We're all more than 20 kilometers away. In range of the station, we should take out the turrets first, then the patrols. Alright. Sounds like a plan.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Shields failing.
There it is. Republic Delta Warbird. Essentially the same type of vessel that I'm piloting right now. Confront the station commander. We've crippled the station defenses, but it is only a matter of time before they summon reinforcements. A Republic warbird is being held in the station's dock, and scans indicate that at least some of the crew are being held in the station's brig. The station's command center is hailing us. On screen.
Your brazen attack on this station is further proof that the Romulan Republic is nothing more than a terrorist cabal. We've contacted the legitimate Romulan government and alerted them to your presence. Any further acts of terror against this station or any Cardassian citizen will be met with deadly force.
Release the Republic ship and her crew.
Your ignorance of Cardassian history is insulting. We do not listen to demands. We give them.
Close the channel. Get me a location for the Romulan crew. It was being held in a detention area on the station's outer ring. The area is shielded to prevent transport. We need to get the crew to their ship. The station operates on several fusion reactors located at the base of the central core. If we configure our deflector to emit high-amplitude electromagnetic waves, it will disrupt the inertial lasers in their reactors. The safety protocols will cause a temporary power shutdown. If we time it properly, there will be a window of opportunity as the Cardassians switch to backup power. We'll be able to transport the crew to their ship. Make the deflector modifications, Varel.
I assume we can thank you for our escape. Before you transported us, I overheard a guard saying that more True-Way ships were approaching. We need time to restore emergency power. Please provide cover until we are able to go to warp.
Warp to the flotilla as soon as you can. We'll cover you. Keldon class, huh? Why, Captain? Why are you looking for me over there?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Power restored. Preparing to warp out of the system.
There are no more Cardassian ships on long-range sensors, Centurion. Oh, there's a prize over there, though. That I must have missed earlier. There we go. The Republic warbird has warped to safety, sir. We will need to report to Subcommander Nadell and inform her of the Cardassian privateering operations in this sector. Recommend we leave the system before any additional Cardassian reinforcements arrive. Control.
Excellent. I hope that your new starship has performed to your satisfaction. Now that we know about Sila's attempts to capture our ships, we'll order our commanders to exercise additional caution in territory near True-Way space, or with other groups that might try their hand at privateering. I have received some new intelligence from our allies that may be of use to us. Expect to hear from me shortly.
Time is short.
Congratulations,
What do you need,
Centurion.
Ah. Oh, that's only quantum projectiles. Oh, the one I've got is only for photon projectiles. Which one do I have? Photon. Okay. Keep what I've got there then. Cannons, 45 degree. Ha! Exactly the same. Well, the same level of protection anyway. Next one. Smash and grab. Oh. Yes. Still nothing there, and these are not that much use to me. However, as long as I don't miss any more than 3, I'll still be able to get all of these. Which means I can go ahead and I can go ahead and put some into other things. So should I go with hull restoration and capacity or energy weapon? I think hull restoration for now. And there we are. Voila. See, right now I have 2 science, a tactical, and an engineering. And I also have in my inventory another tactical. So I'm thinking engineering. Oof. I think I might alter his appearance. I know you've been looking for Tovan's sister, Rina. I've managed to find out some more information about her. She was captured in the Faban system. She's been questioned by the Tal Shiar, and now they're moving her and other prisoners to a penal colony deep in Romulan space. They'll be using civilian transports lightly guarded by a few Romulan Star Empire ships. She'll be on a transport passing through the something system. If you don't go now, you'll never see her again. I'm risking my position to tell you this, Centurion. Don't make me regret my decision. Kin Kuthanza. system. I think I pronounced that right. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. They're passing through a system deep within Klingon space, are they? How very interesting. Smash and grab, huh? Begin. Ends May 4th. Here we are.
We've located the transports that are carrying the prisoners. And Charva's intel isn't exactly accurate. She told us they were going to be Tal Shiar ships, but they're Cardassian. Do you think they could be disguised? And lightly guarded? They have combat-ready escorts. We'll need to defeat the escorts and disable the transport vessels. Then we can board and start looking for my sister. I still think she could be on board, even though the escorts are Cardassian ships instead of Tal Shiar.
She could be. In theory.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed. Target's shield has failed.
That's one of the three disabled. Almost full. I figured it was right there anyway, so why not?
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
One left.
Reinforcements inbound!
Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%.
That's the last of them. An away team is waiting in the transporter room. We can board the first transport as soon as you're ready.
Alrighty. There's something blocking our scanners, which would be standard operating procedure for a vessel carrying prisoners. We'll need to search the ship and then head to the bridge. Right after we deal with these guys. These soldiers were too well trained for a prison transport. I agree, Tovin. Oh, why am I heading that way? I need to go this way.
There are faint life signs up ahead. One of them could be Rena. Let's check our fire.
Intruders! The ship isn't configured like a prisoner transport ship. This compartment is full of small arms and explosives. Sir, I'm detecting body armor and personal shield units. They're useful, but nothing special. Too bad it won't let you take them. The life signs I detected before are gone. I don't think Rinna is aboard this ship. Ship's computer. This document appears to be stolen. It describes Tal Shiar troop movements in the sector.
Perhaps the Tal Shiar knew the Cardassians took this convoy and sent us here to fight them. No matter who survived, us or the True Way, either way the Tal Shiar wins.
It makes sense. That's how the Tal Shiar operate.
The Tal Shiar led us into a trap. Again. I'm tired of being lied to. Being tricked. The self-destruct on this ship is still active. Let's set it before we beam over to the next one and look for Rinna there. All we should leave behind is a cloud of debris, and then the Tal Shiar and the True Way will know the cost of crossing the Romulan Republic.
Sir, if you're ready to transport to the next vessel, we can move the away team directly to that ship's bridge. That might save you some time. Energize. Oh, look. Something for a Delta Recruit. Download Iconian data.
This is interesting. There have been recent Tal Shiar patrols in the Hobart system, and they've been confronted by Reman ships. But these Remans weren't aligned with Obasek or the Remans working with the Republic. They served someone else. Hobart was ground zero for the supernova that destroyed the homeworld. If there are Remans there, they might know something about what happened.
Interesting. Your ship is to be part of the convoy being sent to Pi Canis sector block. Your orders are to ambush any Romulan ships that you can overwhelm easily and acquire their cloaking technology.
There isn't any data on prisoners here. It's just cargo and soldiers. I don't understand why Charva would send us here. Was she trying to get us killed?
Why is he in two places at once? I think they made a bit of a mistake there. It does activate the self-destruct. Self-destruct sequence is disabled. We need to manually overload the warp core. Alright, let's go.
I can't believe Charva would lie about Rinna being on one of these ships. We used to be so close.
Well, she's tall she are now. We need to destroy the warp core monitors before we can overload the core. We can transport the away team to the last vessel on your command, sir. Energize. Well, that is a lot of weapons. Sir, I'm detecting an energy buildup ahead of us in what appears to be another cargo hold. Recommend we investigate before we head to the bridge. Sure. I don't understand why Sharva would send us here. Was she trying to get us killed? All breach. Investigate energy spike. It's a trap. That ship is rigged to self-destruct. Initiating emergency transport. Energize.
More escort ships inbound on an attack vector.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Alrighty. Finally.
I provided the convoy's coordinates as a gesture of good faith. I remember how close Tovan was to his sister. Rinna was my friend too. Although she's committed crimes against the Romulan Star Empire, I'm willing to give her and you another chance.
How could you lie to us again? Lead us into another trap. And you use Rinna to do it. That's low, even for the Tal Shiar. She wasn't on those transports. It was all a setup, a deception intended to get us killed, and I'm not falling for it again. Give me a reason, any reason to believe the woman I cared about is still in you, that you can still be saved.
The Tal Shiar moves prisoners all the time. Sometimes it's for security reasons, or because Colonel Hakib wants to handle an interrogation personally. Maybe Rinna has already been sent someplace else. I'll check my contacts and see what I can find. I'm trying to help. You can't deny that. Maybe now you'll see that all Tal Shiar aren't the monsters that Datan and his group make us out to be.
Uh-huh. Sure. We should report back to Sub-Commander Nadell. We need to put the word out that the convoy was successfully destroyed, but that Rinna is still missing. As to what game Charva is playing, that will take more time to understand. I'm ready to get out of here. We can leave the system whenever you're ready.
We've put word out that Tovan's sister is still missing. I'll let you know if we hear anything. Keep talking to Charva. It's clear now she's playing some sort of game. But we can get ahead of this if you and Tovan keep her distracted. Anything that will give us an upper hand with the Tal Shiar will help our cause.
Congratulations, Centurion.
No, the one I've got is already more, well, faster. Although this one has some bonuses. Increase weapon power and increase auxiliary power. Bonus increases at low power settings. So the slower I'm moving, the more of a bonus there is. Interesting. Explains why they're even bothering to mention the 0 shield power. I'll give it a try, see what effect it has. Oh, that's another turret. Plasma turret. They're all plasma turrets. That's a cannon. Alrighty. 57 and 72. 77. Oh, a tribble. I've heard they can be trouble. I am very sorry for that horrible, horrible joke. No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I ever even used those, so I'll give the last one to her. Any upgraded versions of these? Nope. And no. I'll hold on to that. I can get rid of this one though. And if anyone's wondering, by the way, the reason I'm holding on to the other one is in case the one I'm trying out doesn't really do that much for weapon and shield power, in which case I'll just switch back to the faster one. That said, we are actually, we are past the 3-hour mark. Yeah, I think I will leave Tradecraft for... Hang on.
If you want proof, then I'll provide it. I'm transmitting...
Later, Sharva. Sorry, I thought I saw someone in my kitchen, but there's no one there. Anyway, like I was saying, since we are past the 3-hour mark, I will leave Tradecraft, the last story in this little storyline, for the next time we do a stream with our Romulan character. That said, I will close up here. I'm sorry I spent the last few minutes of the stream doing inventory cleanup and stuff. I don't normally like to do that, but I didn't realize how much time had passed. I don't like to go too far past the 3-hour mark unless I'm literally in the middle of a mission. That said, I do want to thank everyone for having come signed on and tuned in to join me today. I certainly hope that you all enjoyed the stream, or at least found some parts of it entertaining. In the meantime, this is Shawn, second half of Tron Media, signing off.